We can discuss this now live with Mustafa Janner, assistant professor at Sakarya University's Middle East Institute, for his perspective on the new alliance. Professor, thank you for speaking with us. For decades, global security, as we know, has largely been shaped by the U.S., Russia, and China. And now we have this pact that's combined Saudi's financial resources with Turkey's significant military capabilities and Pakistan's nuclear arsenal. So are we seeing the emergence of a new center of power?
Absolutely, yes, because this is based on a simple logic. As you said, global powers were shaping the whole security dynamics, the security architecture of different regions, including the Middle East. But now regional actors actually assuming responsibility, and they are trying to build their own indigenous security architecture. So in this way, this is a new development. Actually, we are witnessing a paradigm shift here, because regional countries think that they could solve their problems by themselves, not inviting any outside power into the equation. Regional actors are capable to solve their own problems. So I think this is, in this way, from this aspect, a very positive development, and we are witnessing something very new here.
Well, Turkey is already a member of a security alliance, notably NATO, and which means it's bound by NATO's Article 5. How might its new commitments to Saudi Arabia and Pakistan create friction or competition potentially with the North Atlantic Alliance?
I think these are compatible with each other, because this deal in the Middle East with Saudi Arabia and Pakistan is not essentially a contradictory to NATO alliance. Yes, the logic is similar. The underlying logic is any attack against any member will be regarded as an attack to all. Yes, this is the similar logic, but these are not, necessarily contradicting with NATO's structure or NATO's objectives. These are two separate alliances. Of course, they would intersect at some point, because NATO is reconsidering its concentration and using its capital more on deepening dialogue with the southern flank. But this doesn't mean that this will create any dissonance between NATO and this new alliance.
Back in February, the former Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett accused Turkey of trying to form an alliance with Saudi Arabia and Pakistan to create a, quote, hostile Sunni axis. I want to play a clip from Naftali Bennett. Let's take a listen.
From here, I warn, Turkey is the new Iran. Turkey is trying to flip Saudi Arabia against us and establish a hostile Sunni axis with nuclear Pakistan.
So, Professor Janner, what are your thoughts on those remarks from the former Israeli Prime Minister?
Well, this way of thinking is not confined to Naftali Bennett. It's actually very common in the leadership of Israel. Israel has long been trying to portray Turkey as the next Iran, try to depict Turkey as a problem in the region. And this new alliance is a response to Israel, actually. And Israel is very concerned and very unhappy, very disturbed about this emerging alliance, because one of the main functions of this alliance will be limiting Israeli aggression and Israeli expansionist policies, whether be it southern Lebanon, in Syria, or against Iran. So that's why Israel is very unhappy, and Israel's policies regarding Turkey, trying to portray Turkey as the next Iran, will fail.
Professor, an Iranian lawmaker has warned Saudi Arabia that the agreement will not bring Riyadh the security it is looking for. With the war on Iran still underway, what impact could this pact have on the conflict?
Well, this lawmaker's opinion only represents his or her idea. I don't know who said that, but this doesn't represent the whole government of Iran. I think this new deal, this new security cooperation will also be beneficial for Iran, because I think Iran will benefit from any kind of movement, action that would potentially serve the interest of the stabilization in the region. So I think this is very good news for Iran. This deal will also serve Iran's interest in the region, because Iran is also facing with the Israeli threat, Israeli expansionism. So limiting Israelis' aggression also serves Iran's national interests.
Professor, what are the prospects of this pact eventually expanding beyond these three countries?
Well, I would expect others to join this cooperation mechanism, but first we have to wait this deal to translate into something institutional. So we have to wait for it to institutionalize. Like there might be a secretariat in Riyadh or in other capitals of these three, and there will be institutionalization process. And these are all technical matters. But politically, I think this alliance is already serving the allies' interests in the region, like Qatar, Syria, other countries who seek stabilization and peace in the region. So yes, other countries' participation is a matter of technicality right now, but politically there is no obstacle. And I think this already serves their interest too.
All right, we're going to leave it there. That's Assistant Professor at Sakarya University's Middle East Institute, Mustafa Caner. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, in the meantime,